first thing that we have to do is to open the program, so let's find it. Here we are. Once we open, we can save the file, so we remember to save the file very often. We can give it a name, for example the name of your activity and your name. Right. Now we got many options here, but we are going to learn them little to little. One thing useful is to keep a fixed distance between each point here in the grid. This is a grid of points, so we can come to Option, Carrot Drawing Preference, go to Grid, and fix it, for example, to 10 mm. So every time, whatever you do, you zoom or not, the distance is going to be 10 mm with the point. That's the best way for beginners like you. Then something that we can learn is to use layers. Okay, you can create one layer, for example, for drawing, and fix that every time that you use this layer, you're going to use this thickness for your pen. And then you can have another layer for dimensioning, and fix that every time that you use this layer, you're going to have 2.5 mm for the thickness, okay, the width of your pen. So you can change one layer and another depending on the thickness that you want. For example, now we want to draw, so we use this one. It's selected. Here we got a lot of tools to draw different things. For example, a rectangle that we want to do. Look, right now, this is very important here. Right now, nothing is selected here, so you can put your mouse everywhere. But if you want to put your mouse only on the grid, you have to select this one here. So now it jumps from one point to another, which is very useful if you want to do 80 mm rectangle. You can have a look here as well. Okay, have a look there and see how big is your rectangle. You click and escape on the keyboard, and here we are. Okay, here you can look here all the time to see where you are with the mouse. All right, good. Millimeter, you got here millimeters. Now the following step is to make here a rhombus. So still with this, using snap on grid, you can use this time, instead of rectangle as before, 2-point lines. So you jump here in the middle, to the middle, click again, click, click, click. Once you have finished, escape on the keyboard. Right, now we want a circle inside. Okay, so if we come here, there are several options to make a circle. For example, mark the center and then another point for the radius. We are going to use this. So the center again with the grid, very useful. But now, if you want to make it just here, touching the rhombus, you cannot do it if you have snap here on the grid. So remove this one and maybe select snap on entity. Now it's stop where you want, here or there, or the next one, depending what your drawing is. So you can fix it here. You click and you got it. Now it's time for the dimensioning. Now we need to use the other layer, the dimensioning layer, so the lines are going to be thinner. Another thing is that we are going to use this part of, alright, aligned, for example, could be useful for dimensioning the size of the rectangle. We can use this snap on entity, or maybe snap to endpoints, which are here. So it is stuck directly at the end. So perfect. You click the other side, and there's a third click that you have to do at some distance. Now you need to remove this to be free to move to some distance, but maybe it's nice if we got always the same distance, for example 10 millimeters, so we put it here and we make the third click. We got it. Alright, let's repeat the process. And we are still with the same tool here, which is this one. This one, it was selected, so we didn't need to select it again. But what we need is endpoint here. Click one endpoint, click the other endpoint, disactivate this one, activate grid, and click here. They tell you the distance automatically. We got a lot of numbers. That's a problem that we are going to solve later. Well, still there's another dimension that we need here, which is this diameter. Okay, so maybe for this is better another tool, which is this one. Let's see, dimension is here, diametric is going to be good. Okay, now without grid and endpoints, let's see what's going on. Look, oh, exactly, we put it where we want it. Okay, just clicking back in the circle, on the circle. So you click to confirm, and it's done. It said that we want to remove all the decimals, so we can go again, save it with the idea, and current drawing preference. This time we can go to dimensioning or dimensions, and we are going to change the linear precision, maybe here. Okay, units, format unit, linear precision, maybe 0. I mean without decimals. It's going to be nicer like this. We can save it and we have finished. Alright.